Right, here they are. Beautiful OBX king snakes. Again, this one, you can see the slight speckles. This one isn't very OBX looking, just a couple of speckles right there. Oh my gosh, we just flipped this tin and got a pygmy. My second pygmy of the year. This one is super vibrant red. That is so cool. Okay, that silt over there is there for a reason, because of this! My life for a rainbow snake! Let's go! This absolutely tiny guy is in the road. It's a little mud turtle. So adorable. I'm just gonna let him go into the swamp over here because that's where it wants to go. Oh my gosh, we got a king snake right here.
We flipped that damn log.
Oh my gosh, it was probably coming out of the stump hole right here.
It's coming out of shed right now.
Whoa! All right, I made the grab on this king. It is so beautiful. It was actually just coming out of shed. There's a little bit of stuck shed on its tail, but otherwise such a gorgeous snake. Made this hike worth it. We've been hiking for hours. Finally got a snake. We got a rare moment where it's sitting still, or it was, for photos. Now it's back on the move as usual. We'll get a couple more photos and release it soon. Alright, I just wanted to put it on the sand to see how it moves around. This one's got some really cool broken bands around there and up here. An awesome looking king snake. It bit me several times. My first bite from an eastern king, but it's worth it. Gorgeous eastern king snake. All right, we've had our fun with this guy. Time to release him back into his stump hole. Definitely knows where it's at. I just spotted a cottonmouth basking way out there. We'll be able to get a better look. It's also super windy right now. See, the cottonmouth is heading down that way. Much better look now. Really stunning cottonmouth.
Yeah.
Whoa, we just found an eastern spadefoot. It's my first one of the year. That is so cool. Oh, look at his spade. Can't even see it. There's definitely a spadefoot though. Yeah, there. That black thing. So cool. All right, we just flipped that tin. Next day, got this huge racer, actually a double flip. 2 awesome racers under that single piece of tin. All right, gonna release the smaller one back under the tin. There we go. We're gonna release the second big one now. Wow. Slurp. Okay, we just flipped this and got an OBX king. Let's go. Wow, 2 kings 2 days in a row. That is so cool. This is probably a different one than the one I've seen. That is so cool. Maybe I can compare the head patterns. Wow. Okay, I just compared the head patterns and it turns out this is the same snake, the same OBX king I found like a month ago, but it's moved quite significantly since then under a completely different piece of cover. That head pattern is so cool though. That's how we were able to ID this guy. So awesome. All right, so here's the king. We just went through the stack again and got another one. This is the spot, I guess. So this one must be a different one, has to be. That is so cool. 2 OBX kings. All right, here they are. Beautiful OBX king snakes. Again, this one, you can see the slight speckles. This one isn't very OBX looking, just a couple of speckles right there. What an awesome double flip here at this beautiful spot. All right, it's time to release these 2 beautiful king snakes. We'll start off with the big one. Right back where we found it. There it goes. Do the second one at the same time. I'm sure it'll just figure it out. There it goes. All right, we just found this ribbon snake on the crawl. That is very cool. They're not too common on the Outer Banks. What an awesome find. All right, we're posing this little ribbon for pictures. It's somehow cooperating. What a stunning little guy. All right, just gonna release this ribbon snake back into the ferns over here. So we just pulled up to another spot and got yet another king snake, and this one is an absolute baby. Unfortunately, it's in shed, but still such a gorgeous snake. And it's by far the most OBX looking king snake so far. It's got a lot of these speckles and black dots here and here, pretty much all throughout. So this guy's a lot more cooperative for photos than the previous one. What an awesome snake. The previous ones, I should say, we've gotten 4 king snakes in the past 2 days, which is insane. Since this guy is in shed and a little one, we spent not too much time with him, so we'll just let him go back under his rock. I just flipped this tiny eastern newt. Probably the latest in the year, or in the season I've seen them. That is so cool. We were sifting through this bark here. We turned up this nice worm snake. Another snake on the day, how cool. I'll let him go. I think I just found a Sipodon Carolina water snake basking right there. All right, here it is. Nerodia Sipodon William Engelsi, the Carolina water snake. Unfortunately, it's not looking the best right now. It's super in shed, kind of crusty. But a water snake, a rare water snake, is a rare water snake. We'll take it. What? Oh! It's also pretty sluggish because it's kind of windy and a little chilly out. But we'll let this guy go shortly so I can go back to sleeping for the night. Okay, well, we'll maybe get a couple pictures of this guy, but it is so crusty. Either way, cool snake. We'll let it go after some pictures. All right, we got our pictures of it. Time to let it go. It knows exactly where it's at. Back under its rock crevice. Okay, I just shined a rough green snake out here on the Outer Banks. It's pretty cool. I've only ever seen one other rough green in the Outer Banks, and that's now my second. Okay, well there's the first green. And I walked a little bit over here. And there's a second green. So cool. 2 rough green snakes back to back. Okay, and here's the third rough green snake of the night. Gonna leave it right there as usual. But that's very cool. I hear Cope's gray tree frogs calling from over here. Of course they stop when I get close, but I'm gonna see if I can try to locate one. Well, that didn't take too long. There's a Cope's gray tree frog right here. I believe this is my first one of the year. It's really cool to see them in the Outer Banks. I actually had no idea they were even here until now. I'll leave this guy right here to continue wooing the females. Well, I'm heading out to go look for pygmies today, but I just found this guy in the road. That is the most beautiful box turtle I've ever seen. What insane oranges on this guy. Unfortunately, he's hiding, but when he was out, wow. Okay, I guess he's not too shy. Maybe he is. He was moving around a little bit. I'll help him across the road. But wow. There you go. Oh my gosh, we just flipped this tin and got a pygmy. My second pygmy of the year. This one is super vibrant red. That is so cool. Alright, it's posed up really nicely right now. We're getting some photos of it and then we'll let it on its way after. Alright, it's time to let this pygmy go back under its cover. It's attempting to rattle, but it only has one segment. There it goes. We just cruised this massive turtle. This is a coastal plain cooter. Such a big turtle, probably the largest species we get here. That is so cool. Alright, we were doing a bit of shining for rainbow snakes. We just got a brown water snake. That's a good sign that there's rainbow snakes in this area. Oh, very cool. Alright, here it is. Cool brown water snake. Just let him go back under his rock or wherever he wants to be. We just saved a turtle from in there. A red-bellied cooter. That's crazy. I wonder how long he's been in there, but he's free now. Alright, we rinsed it off in the creek here. You Here's this reddish kind of belly, but it's got a lot of marbling. That's how we know it's a red-bellied cooter. With a little bit of red and greenish. A really cool species. Alright, we're just gonna release it into the creek here. Okay. Alright, we're still out shining. Just caught yet another brown water snake. This one's a much bigger one. That's so cool, even though it's in like the mid to low 60s right now. Snakes are still out. We'll see if we can get a rainbow snake, but probably not. Either way, very cool. Brown water snake. Alright, we're gonna place it right back where we found it. Okay, that silt over there is there for a reason. Because of this! My life for a rainbow snake! Let's go! I've seen 11 of these DOR, and this is finally my first one. And this one is so nice! Oh my gosh! Ah! What? So they have this really cool defense mechanism where they stab you. They actually use their tail to stab at eels, and then they'll eat eels. Oh my gosh, I'm actually like in shock right now. What a gorgeous rainbow snake. It looks like it is slightly in shed, but that I don't even care. A rainbow snake is a rainbow snake. The rest of it is gorgeous. All right, here's a sneak peek of the photography session. It's actually very cooperative. It was head hiding earlier, but now it's kind of come out and chilled out. What a gorgeous snake. Okay, there's no way this can be comfortable right now. What is this pose? That's so cool though. You can see the belly really well. That iridescence is insane. Of course, that lemon yellow head. Okay, we got plenty of photos of this guy. What an awesome weekend this has been. So many cool species. The Cypodon, bunch of king snakes, pygmy, and finally this rainbow snake. And now it's time to let it go. It knows exactly where it's at. It's trying to like burrow into somewhere. There it goes. Looks like it's coming back up for a gulp of air. Oh my gosh. That's so cool.